Hello everyone and welcome to our Emberpelt playthrough. We're back and some of the areas look a little bit sad, but that is because we are still in the drought, even though that will be fixed pretty soon. There are a couple of things we really want to focus on. Well, first of all, let's have a look. Building lacks power, but it is kind of getting power, but not quite. I guess that makes sense. We are running a little bit low on power. Our sluices here are still doing the work, so not too worried about all of that. And our dam is still being built, although we're pretty low on logs. So in the last episode, we had expanded our forestry area back here, and I think this will do a ton of work for us. But in the meantime, one thing that I notice is there is an injured beaver. And he's frustrated for a reason, because I don't think we have any medical beds. So let's go ahead and start planning for that. And I honestly think that area down here might be an excellent starting point for a little medical facility. Now, the only thing that we had talked about is to make this look a little bit nicer. We probably want to... do we have a contaminated beaver? What's going on with you, mate? You're not contaminated. Interesting. Alright. So, where was I? Right. We want to make this a little bit pretty. So, we're going to go ahead and put down some explosives over here. I think one entrance in the back there is probably enough. We could always put in another additional entrance here, which might not look the worst, especially if we do this a little bit symmetric. Let's give that a go. So we're keeping this one in, and instead I'm gonna explode 2 levels out here. All right. Now, we have a little bit of dynamite left. What is our explosive factory is working very slowly. But again, the biggest challenge right now is actually getting more logs so our beavers can do what they need to do. Our small pine farm back here is actually coming along really nicely. So that's pretty good. And our water storage back here is starting to fill up again, even though it's probably relatively slow. All right. If we want to turn this into a nicer area for our beavers, first I'm going to put down a few paths. I will wait until everybody is asleep, which technically is now. Okay. So we can explode both of these away. We're exploding this away as well. Gonna remove that staircase, and instead we're gonna build the staircases up here and connect it up. So that will also allow us, we might not even really need that back path here. Yeah, let's remove that back path. So if we're placing it like this, all we need to do is on the other side, well, do the exact same thing. And you should be a staircase. There we go. And because we don't have a dirt excavator unlocked yet, we're just going to put a levee in here and make sure we have a wooden path with a railing. And that reminds me, you should probably also get a railing. There we go. All right. This allows us to put a little bit of dedicated area kind of in the back around here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill up the entire bag with trees because, well, I do think that'll look just nice and probably should actually remove this stuff here as well. and put the path in without railings up here. Now that gives us enough space for our medical beds that we can unlock immediately. I'm gonna put the middle ones in here first. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do that slightly different. If we're gonna go ahead and put our medical bed one here and one here, and then we can put these sort of in diagonals, that gives us a little bit of additional space to give them also a little bit more privacy. Not too much, so, you know, they can watch out for each other, but a hedge basically in between. I actually do need to remove these as well so they can still get to this shrub and build it. And then we're adding a couple more trees up here. All right. Now with one beaver being injured, I will high prioritize one of the medical beds. And good thing our trees are growing back in here down there, because that will help us with the wood requirements that we currently have. Now these apple trees have grown up, but they're not to be chopped down. These are mostly for decorations, although in the long run we might want to put a not a collector, a gatherer flag in here somewhere that will help us make a little bit better use of these beautifications. All right, what can we do in addition to actually get a bit more wood in? I mean, they are still building that, so we won't get far over here. We could put a staircase down here to get to these few. Actually, this is not a bad spot. Even though it means we will need to go around the entire thing. I saw in the newest update, they have paths that can actually go around corners now. I'm kind of excited for that, where you can draw just L-shaped paths, but it will be a while before we actually get to that. All right, let's just check in on the other side if there's a few additional areas that we could utilize, but it doesn't look like it. So for now, let's place one lumberjack here. No, let's place one over here. And one here. You didn't reach them all, so I'll remove you again. Place you up there. Highest priority on both of these, and then we're gonna set all the trees up here to be cut down. All right. Once they come up here to build these, they have a bit more of a, well, slightly steadier wood supply. Probably still not a great wood supply, but a slightly steadier wood supply, which I think will help quite a bit. Now they are also still wrapping up the dam up here. Should probably close this because we need to top this area up. And just to make a little bit of a priority call, let's set all of these to the highest priority. Yep, we're still doing this where we high prioritize everything, and it will totally help us somehow. Alright. Yeah, the scratches look so nice. We do still have 18 unemployed beavers, which is unheard of. But I guess it's just what it is. Food's looking fine. Water's looking definitely fine. So all in all, I think we're still okay. I mean, we do have a ton of these water pumps down here. There's still something that we kind of need to figure out on how to handle this all. But, yeah. Handle this all in the sense of where are we gonna put the water pumps that we will keep for longer. The automated water pump, I guess up here would kind of make sense. What are you guys doing down there? Huh. I must have accidentally placed down some levees, so let's clear this up a little bit. And also while we're still here, let's also remove all of the plant tree areas. Again, mostly for cleaning it out. Okay. No water is coming in here. That is still fine. This should now slowly rise. One of our beavers is thirsty. Why are you thirsty, mate? Yeah. But our medical facility is coming along. And that actually sounds pretty good. I mean, each of these trees is 12 logs. Don't quite know why you need logs to build a tree. I guess for the base you need... Oh, they're double logs. Interesting. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. And that probably is 2 trees each. So that would be 10. And then 1 for the middle? I don't know. With stuff like this, don't ask too many questions. For example, where do they get all the saplings for the trees? I do really wonder. But again, who am I to ask? Alright, so that tree is in, which means I can now go ahead and... Oh, I forgot that in update 7, you can't copy stuff. Alright, so let's go into decorations. Take the hedge, where is it? There. Place that here, and then fill up the rest with medical beds. Now, this might seem a little bit weird, right in front of the balconies there. But I like to think these beavers can keep an eye on their fellow beavermen, or women, or beaver kind, while they are, you know, recovering. Alright. No more trees down here to chop down. Oh, you guys already did a pretty good job up here. You already have nothing left to do. So instead, I will actually high prioritize a staircase here. Set all of this to be chopped down. Just a little bit more of loggage. And the priority down here goes down to the second highest priority. I really should be using the second highest priority. More so than the highest priority. Just for cases like this. Alright. Still filling up. We do need the top up here in order to make this entire area green again. Hello. You're green. Battery smooth. I swear these are all from the different mods, but I should pay closer attention. Anyways. You have nothing to do because we don't need more corn. You guys have produced enough corn. You have definitely enough fuel. And that is super useful for our liquid fuel engine. Look how much power is in that system. It's crazy. Alright. We could also unpause you guys again. I guess why not? Oh, look at that. That little medical area is almost done. You're fully stocked, you're fully stocked, fully stocked, fully stocked. So they just need to be finalized. All right. So we still have the teeth grindstone back here that we don't need, so I'm going to remove that. I guess I cleared some logs, which is always good for us to have. And look at that, our little medical facility. Looks very reddish. Let's go and check it out. Still not bad. I think while it is pretty crammed, I think overall it still looks nice. I would want to get rid of all of the dead soil, so to speak, underneath. And that is something that, yeah, I definitely want to be working on. But I don't think this episode will be the one to do it with. However, what is... Oh, interesting. Let me remove the planting of all of this. Yeah, not down there. Here we go. And we do have our one lumberjack. Are you even still doing something? I don't think we need you down here anymore. All right, off you go. And we can unmark these for being planted as well. Just slowly cleaning up. The nice thing, we do have a little bit of extra space here now, is that we could, in theory, expand this farm over here as well. Yeah, I kind of like the idea. However, I want to make this proper. What is underneath here, actually? Is it a dam? Did I put in... Oh, there is a gap over this way. So we can actually, if we place a staircase down here, this is gonna sound ridiculous. We'll go through here, go across there, all the way to here, and then staircase up. Yep, but not in this direction, obviously. Facing the other way. A little bit of path up here as well, and then place another lumberjack. Set you on the highest priority, and then you on the highest priority. Because once this is in, we can chop down the remaining trees. And yeah, ultimately, can you actually reach the other side too? You cannot, not from here. But I'm pretty sure we can fix that. There we go. Connect this up. Remove you, highest priority on you. Because then we can also chop down the trees back here. And we might even chop them all down. You're already marked, all of you. Oh, pretty good. All right, let's have a look at what our water situation looks like. Good, this is topping up again. Look how green everything is. Awesome. But yeah, in the long run, we probably need to expand more. We need more wood supply just to keep our beavers up and running. Nothing to do in range. Both of you, okay. Then it's time for you to leave. I guess we could go down there and chop down those few. Don't think it's worth it. Going up here, but it's quite an investment in terms of production. And I don't quite know if it's worth it. Oh, look at that. They have actually also finished all of this here. Pretty nice. All right. We're not gonna open you. Sorry. Don't flood. Kind of needed to open this because it was gonna run over here pretty soon. Now that's a bummer. All right. I think it is time for us to actually consider placing down a, where is it? Landscaping, a dirt excavator. And that dirt excavator, yes, why can't I place you here? I don't have the science. Oh. Alright. You would think I've never played Timberborn before. Phoenix Distillery. Interesting. Number cruncher. We do have a number cruncher though. So it is probably time, like our little science corner. But we will place a number cruncher in our industry district over here. Just going to expand this. Let me see where else it would need to have a... Actually, I could just place you here. And I don't need you. Highest priority on you. And you guys have never been connected up. Good times, good times. Actually, hold on. Since you haven't never been connected, what I can actually just do is make a bit of space over here. Because a number cruncher will actually go in here quite nicely. And then not only are we connecting these compact water wheels up, we're also... we also have our number cruncher in the system. So I think that will actually be quite good. Alright. This is on the highest priority. You guys can't reach it, can you? Alright. Again, it's like I've never played this game before. Okay, let's do this again. Place you here. And then our number cruncher can go over there. And we'll just make sure it's all in the same system. So, one power shaft right there. Okay, you guys are already building this because you can't quite reach over here. I guess that makes sense. Should we raise this a little bit? I think so, actually. Because we could still fill up some back here. Oh, that will cause flooding. But it shouldn't do that for too long. Oh, shoot. Flooding is the worst thing I can do for my beavers. I completely forgot. Look how many of them are running around now with wet fur. I'm sorry, mates. Really sorry. I'm a pretty bad beaver overlord. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, we do need a bit more science so we can finally put down our number cruncher. So let's temporarily, at least, go ahead and place a few more science huts. Put these on the highest priority, because again, we do have plenty of beavers that can actually do some work. And then we can quickly expand our way back here. Alright, number cruncher will go in at some point. I don't quite know if the only reason that we couldn't place our dirt excavator here was actually the trees. So I will place down the wooden stairs and just set all of the trees. We could actually just harvest the trees. I think that makes sense. A little bit more loggage, always appreciated. Quick high priority on this guy. And then mark all of these to be cut down. Will you actually reach? You will not reach up there. Yeah, that would have been asking too much. Oh well. All right, this has risen basically to the top, and very soon this will be flooding, which is not good. So I'm gonna lower this now, because then there will be more water flow out here. I'm hoping. It's already flooding. Pausing the farmhouse over here. You fill this up, I guess, sure. It is quite important that we wrap up this dam. Look at them. Oh, with their wet fur. I'm so sorry, guys. All right. However, the dam is coming along. We don't have that much longer to go until the last pieces are in. Oh, it is flooding even more. Let me lower this again. 0.6. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Alright. We should also deal with all of this here. I mean, we do have the Gavra flag here and we had placed it. So it would, in theory, reach the trees here, the apple trees, but it doesn't actually reach all of them. So probably want to place this somewhere else. Now we could split up this area. And you know what? We're going to do that. I'm going to remove the Gavra flag here. I'm going to add it. Where are you? Right there. And I don't think we actually need that many berries. Do we even have berry storage? I don't think so. Good times. Anyways, we're placing you right there. And then we're gonna say remove a bunch of these berry bushes. Because what that will allow us to do is actually to place more trees down over there, specifically apple trees. And apple trees, definitely good for us. So temporary forester right there. And then we're gonna go into our plantation. I guess you can just fill all of them up. I don't even think we need that many. So let's go ahead and remove the berry bushes back here as well. And then go in here, apple trees, there we go. Come on. There we go. And then we have a nice little apple orchard going our way. That will not be cut down. It's always good to check. Always good to check. Let's clear this out a little bit. Oh, look at that. You're already almost done here. Sweet. And I guess we'll restart the farmhouse. Now the wheat up here has died immediately. Good times. Tomato seedling died as well because of the flooding. All of that is fully automated, so nothing to worry about here. That's pretty good. This is fully filled up as well, and it's only a 4-day drought. So we'll definitely, you know, be, I want to say, overall pretty okay. All right, so let's go ahead now. With the 2000 science that we just got, we can place down a number cruncher. That also kind of seals off that area here. Now it does need bricks. We only have 8. Why do we only have 8? Oh, I guess you're making charcoal. Do we still need charcoal for something? Anything? Huh. We also, now we do have the clay pit back here. So now we're at least making bricks. Oh, look, we already have 14 bricks. We do need some more gears. We do have a ton of gears. So that number cruncher is coming in fast. And our dam is also coming along. So I think we're doing really good. I'm very surprised. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah. You shouldn't have been just open. Should have been on automated. And actually, I can just close you now. Because I'm pretty sure by the next regular season, when it comes in, we should be done with our dam. Look at that. Number cruncher is in. Ooh, it is eating up a ton of our power here, though. So it might be worthwhile thinking about expanding our bad water power production as well. Building lacks power. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Nothing to do in range. Oh, you're already done, which means bye-bye. Can remove you. Might actually not be too bad to keep the signs built up a bit higher. Where are you guys getting wet fur from? I thought we had sorted it all. Oh, hold on. You have nothing left to do. Let's quickly pick this up and then we can remove those staircases just to make sure our beavers are okay. And then I think we're in a better spot. However, overall, I will end the episode here. So thank you all for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.